to more news you can use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Hello and welcome back to the show. I was sneaking in my little tea here. I've got a little tea going on. I think it's some type of bilberry tea or something like that. But I know my tea is good for me, and I hope your tea is good for you. And if you don't have anything to drink, go ahead and get you something to drink, because we are having a wonderful show this evening with more news that you can use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. We're going to get right into the show tonight. So go ahead, and when you come in, let us know where you're coming in from, because we always want to acknowledge our guests that come in to support us week in and week out. So, I'm going to say it. Get a notepad and pen. Why? Because it's always time to win. Note takers are money makers, baby. And tonight we've got a phenomenal show for you, and you don't want to miss writing down any of the information. So come on in. Go ahead and tell a friend that it's time to win with Lotus and Lynne. I'm going to go backstage and I'm going to get my friend and your friend. Like I said, because it's time to win. I'm going backstage to get Lynne. So go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block below if you're ready with your notepad and pen, and if you're ready to win right here on News You Can Use with Lotus and Lynne. Be right back. Hello and welcome back to more News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Hey, Lynne.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. I'm great. I'm just so happy to be here today. It's Friday, which of course is News You Can Use, so that's always exciting. And we've got some great guests lined up for today. Oh my God. One of our favorites that's been here before, and she has brought her partner with her. And actually, we have another person who's here who has been here before. And I think the trio is just dynamic. So I'm excited today.
Yes, I'm super excited too, because Aimee Ibarra, she came last time and she rocked the house. So today, folks, we have her back here with us as we are talking more about intuitive health and wealth, because as we always say, your health is emphatically your wealth. So Lynne, let's get this party started, right? You want to tell them a little bit about our first guest to the show?
Yes, Aimee Ibarra is an intuitive health guide, a speaker, and the co-founder of Intuitive Health with Aimee and Ron. And I know you're going to absolutely love her if you didn't see her from before. I can tell you she's the real deal. And I've worked with her as well, and she is the real deal.
Awesome, awesome. So, Aimee, would you please come on out here, because folks are waiting for you. They want to see you. So come on out. Hey there.
Hi. Got to work with my camera there. Hi. Wow. You set the bar high with rocking the house. Now the pressure's on.
Well, we're just being truthful. You rocked the house the last time you were here. You talked about your passion to help people and in ways that you could help them in such a way where it can get them back on the road to reclaim their power. So I want to just talk to you a bit about that, about how you help them reclaim their power, their voice through their health, their wellness, and how you lost weight. So we're going to dive into all of that. But first things first, we've got not only you here, we've got a full package tonight because you also bought Ron White with you. The co-owner of what? Intuitive Health.
Yep.
So I'm ready to bring him out. Yeah, I'm ready to bring them out. You ready to bring them out, Lynne?
Yeah, I'm ready to bring them out. Let's go.
I'm ready to bring them out. Let's get Ron. Let's get Ron out here. Ron, we need you. We need you out here. Ron, can you come out, please? Come. Hold on, y'all. Let me go. Come on, Ron.
Go get him. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Ron.
How's it going?
We can't hear you, Ron. Unmute your mic.
Hey, I'm doing great.
All right. Good to see you. Good to see you.
I feel like the odd man out.
As in the only man out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's my birthday yesterday.
So, folks, for those of you that don't know, Ron White is a physical preparation coach. He's a co-founder of Intuitive Health with Aimee and Ron. So we're super happy to have him here today. So, Ron, we would like you to kind of chop it up with Aimee a little bit and tell us about what Intuitive Health is before we get into the broadcast, and then we're going to go and get one of our other guests who rocked the house last time.
That's right.
So go ahead, Ron.
Okay, so like I've known Aimee for quite a while. We follow the same. We're in the same group in another platform, and I think that I thought we were looking for something similar because Aimee heals from the inside out. I heal from the outside in. So that's the beauty of our program. That what sets us apart, because the diet and fitness industry has a lot of mind. It's like walking through a minefield. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, but you get the real deal with us for sure. Because as I say, Aimee heals from the outside in, and I heal from the inside out.
That's
awesome. And I love that because yeah, it's the whole package. You can't beat it. What do you think, Lynne? That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. Absolutely. When you can, have a dynamic duo that helps you with your emotional as well as mental and physical health in order to bring about total health in an intuitive way. Yeah, that's the whole package right there.
Yeah, it's super duper, the whole package. So what we're going to do really quickly, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, bring our other guests, and take some comments because we got people commenting already. Okay. And don't forget, folks, if you haven't liked, shared, and started a watch party, go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody, because we are here today with Intuitive Health, because your health is your wealth. We're here with Intuitive Health with who? Ron White and Aimee Ibarra. And you don't want to miss a thing, but we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus, Riche, and Lynne, Herod-DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity Hey, we are super duper back. We are here with the owners of what? Intuitive Health, Mr. Ron White and Miss none other, the awesome, the show rocker, the showstopper, Aimee Ibarra herself. But guess what? We've got another golden nugget
Oh,
about
yes,
to come
we
to the platform. Yes,
Yes.
I did.
Yes,
So,
he is the golden nugget. That's for sure.
yes. So who is he, Lynn? Who's this golden nugget that's about to grace us?
This is someone that's very close to Aimee and Ron, but very close to Aimee. It's Adam Abrera, and he is the after school program director at Akata Training Center. And Adam was here before talking about how he's able to work out and just also, I think, a lot of things that his mom has prepped him with. You know what I mean? Like the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. So let's bring Adam out here.
All right, Adam, we are super duper happy to have you. Come on out. There we go. Hey there, Adam. Good to see
Hi,
you again.
everyone.
Awesome, awesome. Good to see you. Happy to have you back. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, look, folks, we are about to kick this thing up to another level because we are going to take some comments. So, Lynn, who we've got watching us now today? Who we've got?
We have Lori. Hi, Lori. Love Mr. White's accent. Yes, it is,
Yes,
isn't it? Yes.
it's awesome.
Good to see you. And Medea Kalantar. Happy belated birthday, Ron. So happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Ron. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Yes.
when was your birthday?
Yesterday.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Birthday to
All
you.
right. So we can see you're 29 again. Love it. Love it.
Yes. Yes.
You need new glasses, Lynn.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to take them off. No, you're still 29 again. Yeah, no, it's okay.
I love it.
All right. So we also have Toyomi Stroh. Hi, Toyomi from California. Good to see you here.
All right. Fantastic.
And of course, our very own Dr. Selena Pina Shimo. And it is so great to see you. She is just a phenomenal person. And she's actually going to be a guest on our show next week. So we'll look
Yes.
forward to that as well. And
Yes.
Alina Darnell, it's great to see you from Florida. Hello, hello. Yes, we're always good to see you. And Mr. Harris Tay, all the way from the Philippines. He is truly, truly a treasure, and we are so glad that you're always here with us with news you can use. And Angela Elting, yes, happy birthday. I think she's talking to you, Ron. Always happy to see Angie from Washington, D.C.
Awesome. Awesome. So listen, Aimee, you came and you rocked the show. You talked about your passion about helping other people to give them the power to reclaim their voice through their health and their wellness. And you did it in such a way that you really connected with people, especially people who were struggling with their weight. And as you know, many of us have been very sedentary since the pandemic. And many of us, I included, have gained some extra pounds and want to learn how to transform our mind and our body so that we can have the same experience you had. Because I think you lost about 87 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And really, that was phenomenal. So, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, sure. So yes, that's the joke. The COVID-19 is that people put 19 pounds on, and it has been a very stressful experience for many people. Unfortunately, Ron and I have been in the position to be able to help those people. So it's been a really wonderful adventure for us this year to provide the support and the information to help empower people to indeed not only just lose the weight, but it's learn to how to heal their relationship with their body and with themselves and with food and free themselves up to do what they were put on this planet to do. We spend way too much time thinking about food and going hungry, and it
That's
leaves us very little energy to actually transform the world, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when we can just put food in its place and see it as fuel for our body, and that's about it, occasionally some pleasure, then it frees us up to do things that are really important. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how did I
Awesome.
lose?
And I
I'm sorry, I
like that
lost.
you talk about that freeing aspect. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. The framing aspect.
I was saying that I love how you frame that, to free ourselves, because a lot of us are just trying to be free in our own bodies because we feel
Mm,
very bound. But you're talking about freeing ourselves from
yeah.
some of us have the bondage of weight, being overweight, and some being underweight. But
Mhm.
you
Yes.
have solutions for that. So wow, I like what you said about that.
Absolutely. Well, and the first thing to do, the first step or the first bit of information to free us from that bondage, whether it's a weight related issue or it's a fitness related issue, it doesn't matter. Size is really not relevant in this conversation, but the first step, and Ron, can add to this, is we need to understand that we've been fed a stream of lies from the diet and fitness industry. It's an industry that's there to make money. And so they have convinced us of what health and fitness
Mm,
looks like. And it's based on body type and body appearance. And then it markets all the gizmos and gadgets and diet plans and cookie cutter workout plans to try to achieve that body type, where 95% of us are not genetically designed to do that. So the first step in freeing ourselves is to let go of the shame that we all have around our
mhm.
bodies, because it's not necessarily tied into what true health and fitness is all about.
That
I
is
like that.
smart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So letting go of the shame is one of the top things that we need to do. How many of us out there look at our bodies after we've gained a couple of extra pounds, and then we say, no, let me put on a coat or let me put on a house robe so I don't have to see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
So
I've got a big mirror when I go downstairs. I'm like, I don't want to go past that mirror.
Right. You don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
look at it,
So
right? You
that
just kind of yeah.
I was just going to say, Lotus, that's the first indication right there. If you avoid cameras
Mhm.
and or mirrors, that is a very strong indication that you are experiencing body shame. And by the way,
Okay.
it's the number one trigger of shame for all women is our body.
Wow.
That makes so much sense. And you think about the fashion industry and what the typical model is looks like to wear these clothing. And I think that just adds to, as well as the entertainment industry on a
Mhm.
whole, to what we're supposed to look like and how we're supposed to be. So
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, and you know
Well, and
what? I think it's
understand.
the same with men too. I really like to ask the guys, do you guys experience that too?
Body shaming.
Uh,
Well,
Ah,
yeah,
hey, all
if
right.
if you
well,
all out there identify both male and female, if this body shaming, if you identify with it, put a number 2 in the comment below. Like me too. Put a number 2 in the comment below. I'd be interested to know.
so personally, body image was a big part of my life, obviously, because I thought that you needed muscles to play sport. But when you look now, the people who play sport with muscles don't play it very well. So they look like Tarzan and they play like Jane. Yeah. So that
Look like
that's the
Tarzan
difference.
and play like Jane.
So that's the difference between sport these days. This is it doesn't it, big muscles don't make you a better athlete. Simple.
Right.
End of story. It's technical abilities, and it's all to do with being technical. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Yes.
So you just dispelled the myth. You
yeah.
just dispelled the myth. You said big muscles don't make you a better player.
No.
I like that. So Adam's like, I got my hand because Adam, you actually run a gym. So
Right.
what do you see from that aspect?
Right. So as far as the gym goes, I don't, we do have a manager for the gym, but because I work in a facility that has access to a gym as well as martial arts studios, and I work very closely with children, I have a lot of access to being able to work out with different equipment in different spaces. As far as body shame goes, what I realized is it's really sad when you get to the point where you wish you weren't you. And I've experienced that in different levels, both mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Wow.
And it's been very, very freeing to get out and just be able to say to myself, wow, I love you. I love your spirit. I love your mind. I love your emotions. I love your body. And when you get into that state, it doesn't matter if you look like Sarah or if you have big muscles like Tom or whatever. Like, I don't know. You don't have to do that. You can just be you. And find enjoyment, which also is probably the best thing that people could have right now is joy and peace of mind, not stress about what they're eating and stress about who they are and what they look like.
That's true.
Wow. So let me ask you this, because I heard you say a few things, but you talked about the fact that body shaming impacts just the way people think on every level, really, because it changes the way they think about how they feel, how they look, how they connect with people or don't connect with people. Just it has a trickle down effect in every aspect of your life, the whole body shaming thing.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful and very insightful. Very insightful.
I think it would have an effect too on how people who body shame themselves are interacting with other people because of how they feel about themselves. So
Yeah.
being genuine and authentic even in their communication and exchange with other people. So it I can see that as a big challenge for so many. And I'm so glad that we have the intuitive healing experts here to help talk to us about how we can move out of that and really move into our real true power.
Yes. So talking back about the power aspect, that takes us right back to you, Aimee, because of course you help people regain their power. So I want to talk to you a bit about, again, we're going to go back to the weight because you talked about the body shaming, you talked about power. So I want to kind of go back to the weight because you did something that is phenomenal that many people are not able to readily do. You took control and you went from the before to the after. So can you kind of expound a little bit more on how you got there? How you got there, just how you got there.
Yes, absolutely. So, boy, let's sum this up so we don't take all day. It really was. It was number one, making a commitment. It was sitting in the doctor's office on January 6th of 2018 and having the doctor say, you're showing signs of insulin resistance. That was all I needed to just like, oh, hell no, not going there. So right in that moment, I won the battle, so to speak, because in that moment, I was not going to go down that path. Then from there, I wanted to learn how to be healthy and fit without having to count calories, carbs. I didn't want to weigh or measure. I didn't want to talk about portion control anymore. I was tired of points. I was tired of all the diets. I had been doing those for years. I experienced eating disorders from about the age of 10. I was a compulsive overeater and bulimic through my early years, and I was just done. I wanted to figure out how to be healthy and happy and fit without having to be on a diet, because what I knew intuitively and now what I know logically and I teach others is diets don't work. A diet will set you up for failure because a diet means deprivation and restriction, and those two modes will trigger psychologically and biologically a binge. So there's a diet cycle, we all know it, but it might get us some short-term results, but it's not going to get us the long-term results. results. That's really all I knew going into 2018. And I have to tell you that it was a very divinely orchestrated experience for me. People showed up in my path to give me the information I needed. And I discovered intuitive eating. I discovered how to reconnect with my biological hunger cues and satiety cues. And I learned how to trust and honor those cues. I learned how to deal with my emotions without turning to food. I rediscovered the joy of movement again and how wonderful it feels to move my body every day. I discovered, and here is the most important thing that I would love to leave any listener today who is wanting their own health and fitness transformation. I discovered that when you begin to truly love yourself unconditionally, you will feed your body in a loving way, you will move your body in a loving way, and you will talk to your body in a loving way. And that is the secret sauce right there. And that's the crux of all our programs and coaching is helping people develop that kind of relationship with themselves, because once they do, the way they talk to themselves, the way they move their body, the way they feed their bodies, all is coming from a place of love versus shame.
Wow, that's amazing. So the primary thing that I'm hearing here, you got to start up with a made up mind, but you have to discover unconditional self-love. That's powerful. So with that being said, folks, we're going to go right to a quick break, and we're going to come back and dive even deeper with intuitive health. We'll be right back. Wow, I love what we just heard, folks. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this thing to catch up with us. All right, there we go. You know how we can have some issues with this technology, but you know what? There's no stopping us now. We have just heard some powerful self-love concepts from Aimee Ibarra. She is one of the owners, if you will, of Intuitive Health, along with her business partner, Mr. Ron White. And of course, we have the sensational Mr. Adam Ibarra, which is Aimee's son. She doesn't even look old enough to have a son, does she? Not his age. And of course, the co-host of the News You Can Use, the fabulous Lynne Herod-DeVerges. Now, if you're just coming on tonight, our topic tonight is more intuitive health and wealth. We are talking about how to really dig deep inside, love yourself from the inside out, and help to recover yourself. We won't say heal, but help to recover yourself and bring yourself to a level of, let's say it, Lynn, homeostasis. Okay. And we have Aimee, Ron, and Adam. And of course, Lynn and I are here to help you achieve that. So we're going to kick it right back to Adam, because Adam had a concept that he wanted to share before we went to the break. Adam?
Yeah, thank you, Lotus. So something that I wanted to say was, because you had asked about being able to work out and stay fit, I think what people need to understand, and Aimee had touched on this when she had said that when you discover self-love that is authentic, you will feed yourself, you'll move yourself, you'll treat yourself in authentically loving ways. What people don't do when they work out, most people don't do, is people use working out as, even though they don't know this, they're working out as a punishment on their body. They're saying, I am overweight, so I'm going to then put myself through physical exertion. And do you see how that's messed up? When people should say, I love my body, So I'm going to give my body the gift of movement. I'm going to give my body the gift of muscle flexibility, of joining a sport and having fun. That is how I have stayed fit throughout COVID. Is I train in French kickboxing, which is a high cardiovascular sport. You're always moving, you're always kicking, you're always punching. And then on the days that I'm not training in the sport, I'm then giving my body the gift of exercise, of movement, flexibility. And of course, when I go home, I give my body the gift of fuel and recovery and replenishment.
I love it. Lynne, what do you have to say about that? Because she's replenishing right now. What are you drinking, Lynne? What are you drinking?
Stop reading my mind, Lotus. You know that's what I was going to say. Yes, to replenish yourself. And with Izumio, as we know, it helps to build stamina when you drink it before you work out or do any form of exercise. And afterward, you're not as tired. Your muscles aren't as sore because it really does help to lower or even alleviate the lactic acid buildup that a lot of people who do, especially people who may, as you said, punish their bodies a little bit, often feel terrible afterwards, quite honestly. So Izumio does help to relieve a lot of that because of the hydrogen gas in the water.
Yeah, and just for FYI, we, this is some information we want to share with you because we are not medical doctors, and so please consult with your physician prior to taking any type of supplements or anything like that, because you just want to make sure you're in optimal health. But Lynne, this is water, so many people will ask, what's in the water? So can you tell them what's in the water?
Yes, hydrogen gas is in the water, and hydrogen, it's actually infused into this pouch. So it's natural spring filtered water. They take the extra oxygen out of it, add additional hydrogen, and it becomes a very powerful antioxidant supplement that works on the atomic level because it goes to the DNA of the cells. And what does it do? It releases harmful free radicals so the body can go into homeostasis.
Homeostasis. Ha ha ha.
Word on the show, because it really helps the body to go back to a state of balance and where it's right for you, so that you're able to be healthier. So it really helps your body to do what it needs to do to move back into a healthier state or to stay.
All right, fantastic. So we have a couple of comments from some of our guests. We want to say hi to Phyllis Weaver. She said, thanks for the reminder. I just picked up my Izumio to drink. Well, you're welcome. And we have Grace Bautista all the way from the Philippines. She said, it is important to maintain a well-balanced life to be productive in every way. Amelia Roman, good to see you out of New Jersey. Great to see you. Blessings to you as well. We appreciate you. And of course, Harris said, giving my body the gift of exercise and movement. And here's something that we hadn't touched on. Phyllis said, great switch in the mindset.
That's true.
So I want to kick this thing back to you, Ron, because mindset is critical. Since Phyllis, since you went there, we're going there. Mindset is critical. So Ron, can you talk about that and then pass the mic back to Aimee, and then we're going to pass that mic from Aimee to Adam as we talk about mindset. Ron?
So mindset is everything, because sometimes we wake up in the morning, we have no energy, but we still feel the need that we have to train. When it's not the case, it's your body crying out for help. Yeah, give me a rest day, give me a rest day. And when someone makes a program or designs a program for you, it's generally a generic program that everyone else is probably tried. And there are no rest days. If there are, it's like 6 days on, 1 day off. and sometimes even in that one day you feel the need to go and exercise. But it's the body will tell you. So if you wake up, you have no energy, take a rest day. If you go to the gym and you feel like CRAP, then take a rest day or do some recovery work. Yeah, there's lots of ways you can recover. So listen to the body. Yeah, the body is telling you something. So again,
Awesome.
that's all to do with mindset.
Awesome sauce. So Aimee, you come on and give us some sauce, because Dr. Pinashimo said, yes, she loves your secret sauce. I always say secret sauce. So give us some secret sauce, Aimee.
Well, it's just to follow up with Ron, what he said, and that's what we do. That's the foundation of all of our programs and our coaching is teaching people to listen to their body and let their bodies guide them. Stop listening to the so-called experts out there and trust your body to communicate to you when you need to rest, when you need to recover, when you need to eat, when you need to stop eating, what you need to eat, and what not to eat. All of those things can be communicated to us through our body if we will trust. And mindset is huge because, when you're constantly focusing on and this is what's happening right now. This is a lot of our 30-day challenge. We do 30-day challenges in our Facebook group, and a lot of them are focused around stress. Everyone this year is experiencing chronic stress, and it's impacting their health and fitness. And and that's partly why people are gaining weight. It's not so much that their eating habits have changed. Maybe that for some they've been engaging in emotional eating or emotional working out. But for some people, they're just experiencing high levels of inflammation because of the cortisol. And that's created because of the chronic stress. And so if we don't do, and then that, it's a trickle effect, right? Because then chronic stress means not sleeping. And it's all just like we're on this, hamster wheel, and we need to get off of it, right? And so when we can deal with stress, then we get deal with sleep, and then we can now really talk about health and fitness. And mindset is everything. We can't control what's happening. We don't know what next month's going to look like. People, our group is international. We have people in the UK that are going back into lockdown. Jakarta is back in lockdown. We don't know what next month's going to look like. We can't control the events that are happening around us, but we can control. And one of the tools to do that is mindset, how we are going to experience and react to the stress. And that's a huge, huge part of health and fitness, and mindset plays a big, big role in that.
Awesome. So I'm going to use a earlier comment from Antoinette Ibarra. Hey, Antoinette, how you doing? Happy to have you on the show. She said exactly. It is important. The mindset is critically important. And so we want to say hey to Dana Coleman. Happy to have you here, Dana. We're super happy to have you here. And Dr. Elliot Heflin, good to see you. He's the doctor of robotics. Super happy to have you here today. And I want to share this quick comment before we move right over to Adam. Angela said, I remember one rugby training with a new recruit who came from a karate background, because I think Adam talked about karate. She said she was very lean, but had a very strong core. She gave me a great challenge when we had to do pinning exercise similar to wrestling. So, Adam, we're kicking this mic right to you. All yours.
As far as just being lean and... I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? I think I might have missed that.
Well, actually, we were talking about what can I say your mom on the broadcast? We were talking about where your mom left off, and we just wanted to pick up what Angie said in relation to the discussion, and then kick it right to you, because you already work at a gym. You see people day in and day out, how they're going to the gym to improve their bodies and so forth. So we're kicking this thing over to you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Cool. So what I really love about where I work, the name is Ekada Training Center. It's not a gym. It is a holistic training center. So we are teaching mindfulness and meditation. We're teaching nutrition. We're teaching physical movement and different martial arts, and we're teaching physical training. What I would have to say is that this has been the biggest difference that I've seen in people who come into the gym to work out and to take martial arts is they're coming here to improve themselves as people. They are very much interested in being connected to their bodies, to their minds, and to their spirit, which has been very, very comforting to me to have a community of people around me where they're interested in developing themselves as people, different character traits, different strengths, learning to do different things that are difficult and being okay with failure. That has been a very big thing for me. And the nice thing is that because we have this foundation of mindfulness and movement and progression and development, we have fun. We're a community that enjoys life despite all the restrictions right now. And I think that people may need to take advantage of the time that is given to them right now with all the lockdowns. You may be at home more, that's true, but you also have more time to discover more joys and to have more fun and find out as a responsible human being what is the food you need to be eating, what movements, what exercises you need to do, what are the supplements that you are lacking. Take this time to discover yourself and don't let it go by. I never imagined I'd be in this position, but I've learned a lot about myself because of the quarantine.
All right. So we had a couple of questions for you all. So we're going to go right to some of the questions because before the broadcast started, folks, actually Ron was talking to me about some lower back pain I was experiencing. Okay. So we want to go kind of right into that and talk about how to prevent injuries. So can you tell us, Ron, first things first, why do some people really suffer with back injuries, and what could they come from? Could they come from picking up something, laying down wrong, turning wrong, or anything like that?
Okay, so during the past 6 months, what have we all been doing?
Sitting down.
Yeah, sitting down, sitting on our butts. Yeah. So what happens when you adopt a position? You adopt a position, then you strengthen in it. So where are you strengthening in when you sit down? Which part of your body?
Glutes.
Oh, your quads. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What you said.
Yeah. So we're strengthening on the quads. So what happens to the pelvis? It goes forward because the quads pull your pelvis forward. So if your shoulders are behind your butt, then you'll be experiencing back pain because that's not a true postural shape.
Right.
So that's why we're leaning back more. Yeah. So so the next time you Lotus, when you walk past that mirror, just stand side on and have a look, just to see what your posture looks like. Because that's what happens. And the only way we can reduce that is we can release the tension in the quads. So you bring the posture back to a more neutral position and you strengthen your glutes because you want to pull it back and you want to work your abdominals will bring your back, and bring it in shape as well. So people are trying to strengthen the quads when you should be strengthening your glutes because you'll generally see most people, their butts will disappear. The butts get less. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happens. It's a postural shift.
Postural shift. Okay. So Lynne had a question that she wanted to ask you.
Yes. You're talking about all of that, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so when we're sitting 10 hours a day or whatever it is, holding your stomach in, is that a way to help strengthen your posture because you're also strengthening part of your core? Just being mindful of doing that.
You have and like in King Sports International, where I got my education from, really. It's basically Ian King has some drills called control drills, and he also has drills called the thin tummy variation, which activates your pelvis, which brings your pelvis into a line as you sit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a certain technique you have to do, and you have to obviously sit with your back straight, and then you have to suck your stomach in, then you have to squeeze your glutes. So it's something that Aimee can show you.
Aimee. So Aimee, Rob put you out there. So are you gonna kind of stand up or whatever and show us what he's doing as he's saying it? And then we're gonna talk about how to prevent injuries. Okay, so Ron, would you please kind of guide Aimee through it? And I challenge those of you out there. I challenge you guys to do this with us. You don't have no bottoms on. I got some bottoms on, but I don't know if y'all gonna like me.
I don't. Hold on. You want to see my running shoes? Oh man, Ron, you are gonna get it after this.
You ready? Those of you out there, put a number 5 in the comment below if you're ready to try this with us. Okay, Ron, we're ready. Right.
Should I guess? Yeah, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna be able to see, but all right, we'll give it a go.
Okay. We're ready. Let's go.
So you're gonna sit down in your chair. So your back straight. Right. Suck your stomach in. Make a dish shape.
Yeah.
Suck your stomach.
Right.
And then squeeze your glutes as if you're levitating off that chair, and hold it for 5 seconds. And then release. If someone's putting a pin in the balloon. So just do that a couple of times. Suck the stomach, squeeze the glutes, exhale, release. Yeah. So that's called the thin tummy variation, but you've got other variations for that. And thank you, Aimee, for being
Let's hear for Aimee.
The model.
Awesome.
Good thing I did have bottoms on.
Yeah, good thing. You got your big little pants on, have you?
Well, you told me to.
So how many times do you do that, Ron? How many times should we do that? When we obviously when we think about it, but is there like a repetition number?
I mean, there's no magic number to anything. It's just like if you feel good, yeah, then you do it. But I mean, if you're sitting posturally challenged all day, it's a good thing to do because it realigns your pelvis. It makes you more body aware.
Right, yeah? Right. Okay. So let's ask Ron this question. Now, some people like myself have had injuries like to their backs or their knees or things of that nature. So how can people prevent injuries? And then if they have injuries, how can they overcome them? Because I know that you all have a program and you help people with it. And folks, we are at the top of the hour already, and we only scratching the surface. So this is going to have to be intuitive health number 2. We're going to be bringing them back in the next couple of weeks because we have got to talk some more about this. But very quickly, how can we prevent injuries when we're working out and stuff like that?
You want a one-word answer?
Yes.
Sure.
Overtraining. Stop overtraining.
Wow. Okay. Stop overtraining.
Yeah. Listen to your body. Yeah. Because what does exercise do?
Mm-hmm.
It creates tension around the joints. So it brings your joints closer together. So that's why you have joint pain or back pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The joints become degenerative. They're brought closer together. So what you need to do is you need to improve the joint gap, the connective tissue length. And then your pain will disappear. Well, not disappear, but you'll prevent the injuries. Because when you go into contact in any type of sport,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a good joint gap, then it's more pliable. But if it's like that, you're more likely to break.
Wow. And so, how can we avoid surgeries? Because a lot of people are scared of surgeries. If you guys have had surgeries before, put a number 6 in the comment block below. If you've had surgeries before, put a 6 in the comment below and tell us a little bit about how you felt about having that surgery. And then, if you've never had a surgery before, you don't want to have a surgery, you told the doctor, I'm not having a surgery, put a number 8 in the comment block below. So how do we avoid surgeries?
So there is a there is a cycle to injury.
Mm-hmm.
So the cycle to injury, founded by like my mentor, King Sports International, Ian King, is dysfunction. So the period of injury and dysfunction can be the biggest time. So it can take, maybe depending on your connective tissue, depending on your genetics, but depending on your previous sporting background, it might take you longer to break than the other person because of your genetics. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you go from dysfunction to discomfort. So when you're at this discomfort phase, you start taking the painkillers. Depending how bad it is, it becomes stronger painkillers. So then this has a psychological effect also, and an emotional effect, because you can't train with your friends, you can't go into that environment, and you can't. So you tend to rush back too fast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Then you get pain. Mm-hmm. And the pain doesn't go away, so you still take more pain meds. Mm-hmm. And then you get injury. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then it's surgery, depending how bad the injury is, of course. But if you go back to train in that environment, you go back to the dysfunction, discomfort, and it repeats. And then when the joint can take no more, then that's when the surgery is. So it's all about listening to the cycle: discomfort, dysfunction, discomfort, pain, injury, surgery.
Wow.
Okay. So it's easy to see why I often say, oh, there's a chronic situation going on with someone, but I didn't really understand, as you just so wonderfully broke it down, how that situation does become chronic, because it is a cycle that many people aren't even aware of that they're doing. They just do whatever they can, or what they think they should do in order to alleviate the pain or work their way through it.
So Aimee talked a little bit about being on the hamster wheel. So I'll tell you a little bit about the hamster wheel and the medical profession. So you go to the physio will say to you, oh, you're going to do these exercises. You start to feel a little bit better. You get a warm feeling in your pants and you go, oh, this is working for me. And then how many sessions do you book in? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. By the time the 10th session comes, you're not really getting any better. Mm-hmm. Then he says, well, wait a minute. I think you require surgery. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I know a good surgeon. Mm-hmm. I'll call him, and you can book in with him. So the physio calls the surgeon and said, remember my 10%? And then you turn around to the client and you go, come back to me for rehab. So you're on the hamster wheel. Uh-huh. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle that you want to try and avoid.
Yes.
Because the industry has many flaws in it. Yeah.
Right. Wow. And you know, it's also a contributing thing to the cycle of injury, because it's like you're already hurt. So now your pockets are hurt too. Yeah. So you're suffering on every level. So it's like this proverbial bleeding, if you will. And the way to stop the bleeding is to really prevent it if you can before it starts. And if it's already started, stop overtraining and listen to your body. And like Adam said earlier, and I thought that it was very important, don't punish your body. Don't punish your body, and discover unconditional love, like Aimee said, for your body, and honor your body and love your body. So,
Yes.
folks, I got to tell you, I have had a phenomenal time thus far. And I want to say, hey, to Miss Patricia Rogers, great to see you. And the jumping trampoline queen herself, Miss Hillary Gooden. She's the lymphologist with the mostest and the excellent hostess. So Harris Tate said prevention is better than cure. So don't punish your body. I needed to hear that. So thank you, Harris. I'm happy that we were able to share some things with you. So, folks, we're at the top of the hour. And if you are just joining us, go ahead and hit replay, because tonight we have shared, the wonderful Lynne, Herod-DeVerges, and I, we've shared with our guests from Intuitive Health. They have rocked the house yet again.
Yes.
Aimee has talked to us about how she just unconditionally loved her body and loved herself. And she went from being overweight and having, I guess you were right before being having diabetes, correct? Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
So she went from the before to the after, and the way she did it was with unconditional love, loving herself, loving her life, and devising a plan that worked. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. She's going to share some of the plan that worked for her, because it can work for you too. And her and Ron are going to chop it up about that, as well as Adam, before we end this broadcast. So we're going to be right back. Awesome, awesome. And we are back. And for our final comments of the night, we can't leave you without going right back to Aimee. And she's going to share a little bit about the program. Ron's going to share too. And they're going to tell you what you can do to get involved and get moving. And Adam's going to help too.
Beautiful. All right. Well, in a nutshell, because again, this is our passion. And so Ron and I love the opportunity. And I know Adam as well, the opportunity to share our passion. But I'm just going to sum it up like this. What Ron said at the beginning is, I heal from the inside out and Ron heals from the outside in. And so we're a complete package. When anyone comes to us with, it doesn't matter what their health and fitness challenge is, together we help sit down with them and put together an individualized plan based on where they're at and where they want to go. In addition to that, though, we have a phenomenal Facebook group, and in the group we run 30-day challenges, and it's very holistic. So again, if you sign up for an 8-week or a 12-week program, and there's a lot of those going on right now, gyms are closed, people are gaining weight, it's a diet plan, and if it's a generic diet plan and a cookie cutter fitness program for you. You might get some short-term results, but it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be something that's going to actually empower you to be healthy and fit for the rest of your life. Ron and I, on the other hand, we hand create these challenges, and they are a mind, body, spirit to empower you to develop the skills, the abilities, the mindset, the transformation you need so that you can sustain and maintain your health and fitness for the rest of your life. And we are launching our next one on October 1. And we would love to offer your listeners, Lotus and Lynne, and Ron, I'm going to add something that I hopefully you're okay with it. But again, we our next
Sure.
Ron and I, we work together. We're synchronized. I think he's going to be okay with this. But we would love to offer anyone here listening tonight a complimentary 5-day challenge so that you can have a little taste of what our 30-day challenges are. In addition to that, Ron, I hope you're okay with this. We do a weekly group.
That's her disclaimer.
He'll go along with it, I know. We do a weekly group stretch session on Zoom and Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you would like to come tomorrow and join us as our guest, we will offer that to each of your listeners as well. This is what you need to do. This is our page. I think the link can be provided. Just click on the link, join our group, and there'll be a place where you can send us a message and just let us know yes to the challenge and yes to the group stretch session with your email, and we will be in touch with you tonight to get you set up with both of those.
Awesome.
Awesome. Aimee, and thank you, Ron.
Yes. And look, folks, go to their page. I've got it up here on the screen. You can't miss it. I'm going to make it a full screen. Go to their page. If you look down the ticker right there below, that's their Facebook page. They offer healing both inside and out. Just go to their page. You will not be denied the best experience that you've ever had, where people are really taking the time, not to just to get to know your pain, but to get to know the problem through getting to know you to help you solve them. Okay. So with that being said, wow, I want to thank you guys for this exclusive that you've just given here. So folks, go there. If you're having any type of pain, if you're trying to help your body heal, or maybe we shouldn't use that word. Let me just say, if you're trying to overcome, let's say that if you're trying to overcome some things physically, even mentally and emotionally, go ahead, check them out. Check them out because you won't be disappointed. Go right to their website right here and get started today on helping you have a better tomorrow. Okay?
Absolutely. This has been absolutely great. Thank you so much for the offer. We love everything that you do and what you've shared with us, because it's a concept that's so organic, so natural, so real, and yet so many people really don't know about it or think about it. Intuitive health. It's just that simple, because our bodies do know what to do. Our bodies do know what it likes. And so it's just helping us to recalibrate in that way. So I want to thank you very much. There are more questions I have, so we'll definitely have to have you back. And we'll put you on the hot seat a little bit with some and go even a little deeper. But we want to thank you all for being here. So why don't we start with Adam, if you have a few final words you want to say?
Yes, thank you. I cannot offer any special promotion, but if I could, I would. And then 2, the only thing that I have to say is what I had said before. Do not ever do anything for yourself as a punishment. I'm just going to say that. Do not do anything for yourself that is a punishment. Movement is a gift. Food is a gift. Your thoughts are gifts. Your intellect is a gift. And see it as a gift. And when you see it as a gift and you do things for those things and you see that opportunity as a gift, then it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what other people look like. And it doesn't matter what other people think. You will love who you are and you will be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that.
Yes, your boy. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So let's kick it on over to Ron. Ron?
So it's been a pleasure meeting you ladies and Adam. And I would just like to say a couple of things. First of all, go back to the physio and the chiropractors or the medical providers, you will get good ones. There's good and bad in everything. But if you don't get a result or some sort of like breakthrough in the first 2 sessions, go and find someone else. Yeah, because there will be people that will help you genuinely, but there will be people who want to dig deeper into your pockets. Yeah, so that's the first thing I want to say. But the second thing is I have a quote I like to use when I'm talking to people is, "We are born nimble and supple, we die stiff and broken. What we do in between has a detrimental effect on the quality of your life."
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That is
And
so,
That's
stretching
me
will
at the
improve your life.
so
Awesome.
that what you just said actually means just continue to move your body so that to the day of your departure, you are nimble and supple, just like the day you were born. I love
Yes.
that. I love
Yes, yes, yes. I love that.
that. Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
Yes.
Aimee, some final words for us.
No, Ron and Adam have done a beautiful job. I'm just so pleased and delighted to be here tonight. Thank you, ladies, for having us. We're happy to come again, and be well, everyone. That's all I can say.
Thank you. So,
Uh,
folks, I know you guys want them back. So go ahead and put a 7 in the comment below. If you want them back, put a 7 in the comment below, and we'll get them back on the show as soon as we possibly can. So, Aimee, we have a comment geared towards you. And this is the comment. Funny. If you are okay with this, LOL. Great team. So that's great.
That's awesome.
They are a great
yes.
team. They are a great team, and you have the opportunity to work with them, to learn from them, and know beyond knowing that they can help you help yourself make the transformation that you need to make. So, Lynn and I, we're going to go to a quick commercial, and we're going to come right back to you so that we can give you more information on more news that you can use coming up next week. So check this out. We'll be right back. It's that time to replenish yourself. You owe it to yourself. Awesome, awesome. So, Lynn, another fabulous broadcast tonight. I learned a lot. Yeah.
Me too. I learned a lot too. And I actually did do a 12-week program with Aimee, and it was absolutely amazing. I did lose weight. I did change how I ate and was listening to my body more. And so it really is just a huge blessing. And Ron, he knows his stuff.
Yes,
so
he
we
does.
definitely thank them for being, and don't forget that whenever you're working out, before and after, drink a Zumio, because
Drink
it will definitely help your body.
Mhm.
Exactly. To recover a little faster and to give you the energy you need in order to keep going without punishing your body.
Exactly right. And so, folks, those of you that want to get some Izumio for yourself, go ahead. I tell people this every broadcast. Call in right there. Call her 24/7, 7 days a week. She'll answer that phone. See that number right there, 1-800-334-0540. Call Lynne and win. And you can also hit her up on Lynne for mpusa@gmail.com. And also you can hit up Angela for mpusa@gmail.com as well. But call her. I double dog dare you if you want to help yourself live better and feel better in so many ways by just doing what? A simple thing, hydrating yourself. So Lynne, they gonna call you.
That's fine. I will answer anytime, day or night. I will answer. Well,
Awesome.
I will call you back anytime.
So Lynne, you want to tell them about the next show? We got another show coming up on Monday. So you want to tell the folks about the next show that's coming up?
Yes. The next show coming up is actually with Dr. Selena Pinashimo.
Yes. Awesome.
And we also have a new guest who's going to be sharing with us her experience with Naturally Plus. And of course, we have Hillary Gooden with us as well. So,
yes,
Bouncing Queen, we love it, or Queen of the Bounce.
Yes.
And so it's going to be a great show because it's going to be about the stress exploratory and listening to Aimee Ibarra speak today, about people gaining weight, even if they're, moving a little bit.
Yeah.
And causes you to gain weight. So we're going to be talking about stress and how to keep working on intuitively, organically being able to release that stress and get healthier.
Yes. I love it. And those of you that are not sure about the, what stress is to you, we are going to help you get rid of the mess. Yes, right. We're still here. We're going to help you get rid of the mess and deal with the stress on the Stress Exploratory with Dr. Selena Pinashimo, Rachel Labus, and Miss Hillary Gooden. You do not want to miss that show on Monday. We'll be back on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then what time is it, CST?
4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, PDT.
PDT.
And it's 6 o'clock.
And
yeah.
And Hillary said, come on and join us and get your bounce on. Now, I know many of you have went out. You got your trampolines. I know Miss Pat got her trampoline about a week or so ago, and several other people. Medea got her trampoline. So come on, folks. Join us on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. CST time. We are going to get our bounce on, get less ounce to each and every bounce. How about that?
There you go.
So we thank you so much. Please like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that we've got more news that you can use. Until then, we'll see you next time here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Riche and my friend that's helping us all win, Lynne Herod-DeVerges. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to More News You Can Use with Lotus Riche and Lynne Herod-DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Riche and Lynne Herod-DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Riche and Lynne Herod-DeVerges.